Hi, this is Ed here. I got this American Flyer Berkshire that came to me with a smoke issue. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is because lately I've been getting some Berks with burnt out boards. And I want to explain why these boards are burning out. I think it's very important that some of you guys that work on your own engines. First of all, this engine has 4 mounting screws, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And what some people don't realize is that these mounting screws also have isolating washers. And a lot of the guys take these screws out, not realizing that these isolating washers will blend in very well with a black background, and they'll be gone. The other thing is, you've got, each screw has isolating washers, so that's 4. You also have 2 that are glued on in the back, and a lot of times I've seen where these are completely missing. Either one is still there or they're both gone. And you also have 2, one here and one here. So that's a total of 8 isolating washers on this one engine. And what happens is guys will go ahead, take it apart, do whatever they do to it, put it back together, burns out the board because it's shorting out. It isolates the chassis from the shell. And this particular board is a good board. This is a Bluetooth board. And the Berkshires have 2 boards attached to them. This is the main board, the main motherboard. And you have the motor driver board and the smoke driver board. These are not line replaceable. Lionel does not sell these. They sell the whole board. However, I do have these boards that I was able to scrounge around. And when I do get a bad motor driver board or a smoke board, I'm able to replace them. That's when I do have some good ones laying around. So what I'm doing here to the smoke unit is I rebuilt it. And a couple of things I want to point this out to you too with the smoke unit. It's a fan-driven smoke unit. Here's the little motor, known to go out or give you a high-pitched squeal, and then you know it's starting to go. And what I do is, it's very similar to the Gilbert smoke units. They have wicking material and they got a heating element. Heating element will burn out and wick material will get hardened or caramelized. Same thing here, but it's slightly different. This is the new wicking material, and this is the heating element. It's basically 16 ohms, and you put power, this gets hot, and just like regular Flyer stuff, this heats up and the fan kicks in, and there's a little channel here and it blows it right out of the smokestack. The other thing is, be very careful with this gasket. They are known to break very easily. The other thing I want to mention while I have this apart, this impeller, what I do is I take the impeller out and I put a little drop of oil on the shaft, and that oils the inside. It eventually does get into it. And then, let me put this back together a little bit. And what I do is, to test this, I use a 9-volt battery with a couple of test leads. I'm strictly testing the motor, nothing else but the motor. My 9-volt battery, a little adapter, and you can actually hear it spinning up. That's the sound of a good motor. Like I say, if you have a bad motor, you get a real high-pitched squeal, and you will hear it over the sounds of the engine and the chuff and things like that. So I'm going to now go ahead and plug this back in. And we're going to start this up. You'll notice that the headlight is flashing. The reason why it's flashing because it's not seeing a signal. I have my universal remote, picks up the signal, and you can hear the smoke unit, the motor. It'll take a couple of seconds and that will start smoking. And once it starts smoking really good, then I'll try the engine and make sure it's puffing. While we're talking about smoke units, there's only 3 or 4 smoke fluids that I highly recommend, and that's only my opinion. Somebody else may have a different opinion. Lionel Premium, A1 Normal if you can find it, MTH smoke fluid, and the Challenger smoke fluid. And the reason why I like these is because it's very liquidy. It's long-lasting for the wicking material and the heating element. This is original American Flyer formula, but using today's chemicals, and it has the cedar smell in it. This is available online, and I also have this in stock. Smoking pretty good, and now we'll see if she'll start chuffing. There she goes. It's smoking pretty good. So now that I know it all works, I will shut her down and install it. That's smoking really good. And I'll shoot another video with it running on a layout. But again, if you're going to open up your engine, be careful with those isolating washers. Again, there's 8 isolating washers. Make sure you have all 8. If the one comes off of here, just glue it back on. Alright, I will talk to you a little later with the other video. Here she is on the track, smoking away. Unfortunately, he did not send me the tender so I can make sure the sounds and everything is working as it should, but we're going to run it on the track. Smoking pretty good. Alright, I'm satisfied with it.